Have you ever looked around society at all of the people in the various relationships that they have? I'm talking about male-female relationships now, for the most part, and realize just how screwed up they are, and ask yourself the question, why is that? Why do people end up with people that sometimes make them so incredibly miserable? Or why do they end up with people who seem very, very wrong for them? I think the answer to that lies in the idea of karmic partners. And this is the reason why it's so difficult to actually find somebody to practice Tantra with. Because in order to practice Tantra, you have to have an extraordinary relationship with somebody, not your average run of the mill. We fell in love, we got married, we're living the Hollywood dream. That's not what this is all about. This is about using sexual practice and love to raise your consciousness to a higher level so that in the end, you can reach enlightenment and move on to the next density of awareness. Earth currently is at the third density of awareness, and some are higher evolved than others, but we're moving into the age of Aquarius, which means we're going to be moving into the fourth density. Some will not be moving on, others will be moving on. Anyway, that's a topic for another video, but what I'm trying to say is that people in this density choose partners usually based on whatever kind of karmic issues they need to resolve. So, for example, if somebody's looking for a father figure because they didn't have one or they had an inadequate father, and they're looking for someone to take care of them and make them feel secure and strong, they might end up with somebody who's like their father figure. And that might be either a positive or a negative thing. But interestingly enough, once the karmic issues between the two people are worked out and fulfilled their purpose, if the people have learned what they needed to learn out of that relationship and moved on, they can grow and they can find a more suitable partner the next time around. And sometimes this continues to happen over and over in people's lives until they resolve all of their karmic issues. And this is why it's difficult to find a partner to engage in this tantric practice with, because you have to first be finished with all of your karmic relationships. And some people go an entire lifetime and they never even realize there is such a thing as a karmic relationship, and therefore they can never resolve it. And because they never resolve it, they just stay locked in this cycle of misery. And what they don't realize is if they would just try to figure out, how did I end up with this person? What kind of unmet need was I trying to meet by getting with this person? What can I learn from this relationship? And then move on. So it is very, very difficult, I think, to find a partner to practice Tantra with, because there has to be no karmic issues bound up where the people are constantly fighting over ridiculous things and having conflict. And that that can't be part of this kind of a relationship, because this is an energetic relationship, and it truly is about a cosmic kind of love, the kind of love that for the most part doesn't exist right now on the earth plane. And so it's very difficult to find a partner like this. If you are seeking to find a partner to practice with, don't get discouraged if you don't find one. I know I find myself, I'm attracted to very, very few people. But when there's an energetic attraction, I know there's a reason for that energetic attraction. And then I try to sort out if this is a karmic kind of an attraction or if this is something more than that. You can practice the path of Tantra alone, but it takes a very, very long time, and it's not nearly as fulfilling, from what I read anyway. It's not nearly as fulfilling as if you have a partner. And so don't be discouraged if you're trying to find somebody that you want to practice this with. But remember, it's all about resolving your karmic issues first and balancing mind, body, and spirit, knowing who you are and what you really want, what you're here to do, and then trying to find somebody to practice with. Because In the old days, they always taught us that the two came together and they became one. But in reality, it never really worked out that way. When you were in a relationship with somebody, people would quickly divide into their I'm this and you're that, and that would quickly fall apart. At least it has for me anyway. I don't know about other people's experience. But just a couple of thoughts that if you're looking to practice this path, it's a good idea to learn to get in touch with your energetics so that you can recognize when you have an energetic attraction to somebody. That's definitely an indicator that that person might be a great tantric partner for you.